Hello, and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Christina Lynch, and I'm from AgentPort. And with us, we have Patty Noonan from the Travel Institute.
Hello, everyone.
So I'm going to start off and show you some of the more kind of technical details as far as where you would go to verify your profile and what it looks like. And then I'll hand it over to Patty to talk more about the Travel Institute and all of the amazing things they offer. So just to make sure, Patty, can you see my screen right now?
I can. Yep.
Perfect. So when you go to verify your account, it's going to be through your profile settings. We're going to click on our user icon at the top right here. Go to my profile, and you'll see right here, this one has already been verified. I had to kind of cheat a little bit since it was already verified and have a different account that is not, just so I can show you what it looks like when it's not verified. What you'll see is instead of a verified button showing here, it'll say unverified. And when you click on that, that brings you here. And all you have to do is click on the verify button. And then you would enter in your URL from the My Digital credential that you would have from within your Travel Institute account. And then one last thing I'm going to show you. So we looked at what it looked like from the back end when it is verified. I also want to show you what it looks like to your customers. So if I were to share my profile, it will show over here that I do have a certification, and it will actually let anybody looking at this know that I am certified and what kind of certification it is. So it's a really great way to make sure that you're building trust with your customers and that they know you've put in the work and you know what you're doing. So with that, Patty, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. Do you have anything to show? Do you want me to make you a presenter?
I do. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and
Perfect.
pop up um, my screen so you can see that. Are you seeing my screen there now?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. First of all, Christina, thank you very much for including the Travel Institute. And I love that profile on your website and the fact that it links to what your agents are doing with the Travel Institute. I mean, I love the seamlessness of it, the fact that we're all reinforcing the same thing, you know, that you've taken the time, that you are a travel professional. Having credentials through the Travel Institute is one of the best things that you can do for your brand, because in this day and age, consumers are used to looking for uh, relationships with people who have credentials. If you're looking for a contractor, for instance, or you're looking for a real estate agent or an accountant or a lawyer, or even your hairdresser has to have a license before they can start cutting someone's hair. So consumers are sort of trained to be looking for that as they vet the people that they want to be working with. So I want to make sure that everybody on this call and everybody that's working through this platform, that you take advantage of this verification process. I think that it will really, again, help you. Christina said it. It helps you with your credibility. It helps you with the trust, gaining trust with your clients. You know, this day and age, people are just so fearful of, you know, not working with a reliable source. So the more you can do to make sure that your clients feel good about working with you, the better off you're going to be. So what you're looking at is my website at the Travel Institute. So I'm assuming everybody on this call has earned their credential, their CTA, CTC, or the CTIE with the Travel Institute. So now it's just a matter of taking advantage of the different benefits that we offer. So when you leave here today, if you go to the travelinstitute.com and you log in, you're going to have access to all these different buttons here. All right. So I'm going to show you here. You've got my account. So the first thing you've got is the certified alumni homepage. And this is actually some benefits that we've come up with, some tools, a toolkit that you can access, as well as a certified alumni of the Travel Institute. This is something pretty new that we're just offering, and we're adding to it all of the time. Here you have a list of the courses that you've gone through. If you go down here, this is my digital credentials. All right, so this is going, if I click on this, which I just did, so let's see where it takes me. It's going to show you that what I've earned and what my digital credentials look like in my profile on my website. All right, so there we've got a horrible headshot.
I
All
was
right,
gonna say
so
I like it.
somebody had a funny sense of humor that day. They took one of me laughing. So here it gives you all of this information, and when you become certified, whether it's a CTA, CTC, or the CTIE with the Travel Institute, you're automatically enrolled in digital credentials. This is a benefit that we pay for. You do not pay for it. We've been doing this for, I'm going to say probably 6 or 7 years. It was pre-COVID that we started doing it. And it really was just to verify lawyers, people who are professionals in their fields, they use this as a tool, and they put it in their signature lines, they put it on their website, and it's where a consumer can go and they can click on the badge that's showing up, and it explains to them exactly what that credential means. All right, so if you click on that, it's going to explain what the CTA is. If you click on that, it's going to explain what the certified travel counselor is, that it's through this long-standing, reputable, not-for-profit called the Travel Institute, and that you've earned these credentials. So it's a way, again, for you to make sure that you're using this to your benefit. It's part of your brand. It's part of your professionalism. The other thing I like to point out is that you never lose your credentials. All right, so once you've earned them with the Travel Institute, you're always going to be a CTA, you're always going to be a CTC, and you're always going to be a CTIE. But in order to access certain benefits, you need to earn these continuing education units, these CEUs. All right, so this is going, if you go into your account and you click on your digital credential status, it's going to tell you whether your CEUs are up to date or not. All right, if they're up to date, at that point you can access, now you can belong to this directory. This is a consumer facing directory that all of our certified agents have access to, but you have to be current with your CEUs. Okay, so if you want to learn more about the continuing education program, just go to the certification drop down and you can see the CEU's continuing education units over on the right hand side here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that so you can see what that looks like. We have a wide variety of events, of courses that are eligible. You'll earn CEUs. You're required to earn 10 continuing education units each year. All right, so this tells you about it. It kind of explains that you have to do it every year. There is this online public facing directory, of course. We have a support tab there if you've got any questions, if you're not quite sure. We have an embedded form where you can add that you've attended an event, or you've taken one of these courses and you've earned 10 CEUs, or you've taken any of the supplier courses that are out there as well. Some of this is not loaded. We've got CLIAs in there. If you've been certified through CLIA, that earns 10 CEUs. We've got annual conferences, the ASTA conference. Gosh, I have to have that updated, that 2024, but each year they shouldn't even be putting a date in there. Because every year, if you go to the ASTA travel conference, you can earn that. Cruise World, which is going to be down in Fort Lauderdale later this year, that's one way. Different consortia partners that you might belong to. So you can see there's a lot of different ways for you to earn those 10 CEUs. There's also courses that you can be taking. So you can see here we've got Arizona, they're alphabetical, all of these courses that are offered by the tourism boards out there. There's some hotel education. There's a lot of cruise line education in there as well. And the idea behind our CEU program is to make sure that you stay engaged. You know, we want to just, you're never one and done here in the travel business. It's always, how can I learn more? What do I need to do to stay current and to keep up on my education? And that's all we're trying to do, is to make sure that you're engaged, at least at a large event level, or taking courses that are going to help you in your day-to-day sales and help you to be more successful. So I thought what I would do here, and if you've got any other questions regarding the digital credentials, you know, you can always go to that support at thetravelinstitute.com. We actually have a designated person who's always loading in the latest and greatest CEUs. Anybody that reports it, she takes care of that. She manages that program, and the support tab will take you right to her, and she can help you with any of that. But I thought, as long as I've got you, I would just give you a quick overview. Some of you aren't familiar with our website. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit. All right. So our mission from day one, over 50 years ago, has been to offer quality education, whether you're just starting out. All right. We work a lot with people who are brand new to the travel industry. We have an award-winning course called the Trip Kit. Some of you may have taken it at some point in your career, but this is really focused on frontline selling agents, people who are interested in a career in travel. We also work with travel schools that are out there. They use the textbooks that we author at the Travel Institute. We have our travel career development, which we're just getting ready to launch a brand new version of that textbook. It's been a year-long process of us updating that, really making sure it's current and most up to date. We offer that to the travel schools. They use that as part of their curriculum, but then we've also turned it into this self-paced, self-study course called the Trip Kit. All right. So this is for people who are just starting out. I do a dedicated webinar for these people. I did one on Sunday. I was actually up in New York visiting a cousin, and I did one Sunday afternoon, and I had over 350 people that were signed up for that. All
Oh, that's
right. So
amazing.
is that amazing? There is a
Yeah.
lot of interest in people coming into the industry. So you, as a travel professional, you're out there, you're meeting people. If you ever run into anybody who, you know, looks like a good candidate and might be interested, sometimes it's a client. You know, you've got a client that maybe has retired, they love to travel, and they're looking maybe to become an independent contractor. Send them over to us, because the Trip Kit really is a great launching pad. It's great for onboarding new people into the industry. Then, of course, we've got our industry recognized certification programs. I imagine most of you on the call here today have gone through one of these, probably the CTA. That's our most popular. It's really the 15 lessons that are included in the CTA really are focused on the skills that you need to be successful as a frontline sales agent. The CTC focuses more on management. You need to have a minimum of 5 years. And then the CTIE is really our Certified Travel Industry Executive, focuses more on leadership skills. So we have 3 different levels of certification throughout your career. You may be interested in, you know, moving up from your CTA. Once you reach that 5-year mark, you might be interested in taking one of our more advanced accreditation programs. Then I just really we just launched this. It's called the Education Hub. And I love this because it's where you can go in and you can customize your education. You know, everybody on this call comes from a different background. Some of us are fabulous in marketing. Some of us are fabulous in sales. But, you know, all of us have shortcomings, don't we? You know, okay, I could do better on social media. I could really use some help on technology. Charging fees. I'm not comfortable charging fees. I really need to understand that better. Selling insurance. I need to do a better job of closing my insurance sales. So we can all use help as you're going through, your career. And so this really gives you an opportunity to go in and, again, pick and choose what you want when you want it. All of my destination specialist courses are in here. I've got Alaska, Caribbean, Italy, Europe. We launched a Netherlands and a Vietnam last year. North America is in there. So we're adding to that all the time. And these aren't 45-minute little snippets. These are truly deep dives into the destination. So they're 5-8 hour courses that really allow you to learn about that particular destination. Then, of course, we've got our niche market segment. So here we've got luxury travel specialists, and these are included as part of your subscription to the Education Hub. These, if you were to go to my bookstore and buy them a la carte, they're $89 each. All right. If you go ahead and sign up for the Education Hub using a discount that I'll give you, it's going to be $169. But one of the things in my specialization, my niche market specialist courses, is my group travel specialist. We launched that last year and I love it. It's a fantastic course, and I think everybody needs to do better on selling groups. If you're not selling groups, you absolutely need to include that as part of your business plan, because groups is where you can really make some good money. You can expand your business and expand your database, get new people, because people love to travel with their friends. And if you put a couple of groups together every year, people will come and they'll book with you. So really, that's one I highly recommend. We have webinars, expert webinars, that we have what we call our professional educators program. And these are advocates for education. These are industry experts who get paid top dollar to speak at industry events, and they donate their time and expertise to us at the Travel Institute, and they do these webinars. We offer maybe 4 or 5 every month. We have an events calendar that I strongly recommend you all check it out. These live webinars are offered for free, so anybody can access them. So make sure you take advantage of some of the free education that we have available. But we're here again as a 501c3 not-for-profit. Our mission is just to help you to be better at what you do. If you're struggling with something, come over to us, talk to me, talk to Gita. We are more than happy to help you out with, if you're struggling with something, and we can help to point you in the right direction. And lots of just great resources in here. We have all the industry resources. You've got IATAN is in there. You've got CLIA that's in there. We've got a host agency directory if you're looking, to sign up with a new host or want to learn more about that. We have our alumni toolkit, all about anybody who's certified with us automatically becomes part of our alumni group. And we're educating, we're offering special tools to you. We offer special perks to our alumni throughout the year as well. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Christina, does anybody have any questions regarding the digital credentials or anything that I just talked about?
I don't see any questions yet. Just to point everybody out to it, you should see both a questions area and a chat area. You can use either one of those, and I'll keep an eye out in case somebody does come up with a question. I just have to say how amazing, and I didn't realize how much you offered. So it's really incredible to see, especially all of like the continued education is really impressive. And I love that you guys offer all of that.
Christina, that is one way that we really distinguish ourselves is not only that we're a 501c3 not-for-profit, all right, that's doing this, but the fact that education is all that we do. So we're not a host agency. I know there's education out there, and I see it all the time. especially all these new people that are coming into the industry and looking, and they're Googling and they're researching and they're getting pulled over here, and somebody
Hmm.
wants them, wants to charge them $8,000 and, to get into the industry. And I'm like, no, no, no. You need, number one, you need to make sure this is the right fit for you. It's not for everybody. And so we really, the trip kit, our award-winning trip kit, is really, it's very affordable, and we make sure that it gives people the tools that they need to take. It's a foundational course. You need to kind of understand the basics. And then at that point, then you start researching if you're going to work with a host agency and what that is going to look like, because it's different for everybody. Again, everybody on this call, your business model is different. You're all selling different things. Your goals are different. Some of you might be $1 million agents. Others are out there maybe earning $50,000. It goes so across the board. So people's needs are different. So that's what I love, is that you can come to us as just a great resource and really pick and choose the education that you need, the certification that you need when you need it.
Hmm.
So yes, lots of options, and we're adding to it all the time. That's the great thing. We're based on needs, like the group specialist. That was one that kept coming up. People wanted a formal course on selling groups and what that looks like and putting groups together. So we used our resources with the cruise lines and the tour companies, and we really picked their brains and had some amazing people provide input on the best way to go out and attack the group segment, within the industry. And it's a great course, and I strongly recommend that to other people. I did mention I would offer you a code,
Oh,
and this is
yes.
good. This is a permanent code. This is my own little personal code that I can offer. If you enter my initials, P for Patty, N for Noonan, all right, PN, and then E for education and H for hub, all in caps, you'll get $30 off the annual subscription rate of $199. But you can just try it out for a month, $19.99. You can do it on a month-to-month basis. You can cancel it at any time. So, if you don't want to spend the $169 right now and you just want to get a little sample and test it out, you're more than happy to sign up for the $19.99 and see if it's something that you can use, going forward.
That's wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I went ahead and put it in the chat in case anybody wants to just copy and paste it. It's there. And I just have to say how reassuring it is to know that, that the Travel Institute exists in this space, because I know, you're hearing more and more horror stories, I'll say is maybe a little strong, but people who just decide that they're going to be a travel advisor, but don't realize the work you need to put into it. And so it's so great to have something so reputable in this space, so that people know when to feel confident with their travel advisor and know that there are absolutely people who are putting in all of the work that you can absolutely trust, to find the perfect trip for you. So this is really incredible. And I want to thank you guys for all that you have done for this industry.
Thank you. Our pleasure. We love what we do. That's we always laugh because one of my favorite things to do is to talk with these agents who are struggling, or to
Mhm.
talk with someone who's coming in and they kind of hit a fork in the road and they're not quite sure which direction to go to. Or I was on the phone yesterday. I had a gentleman who asked to meet with me. He's not a student with us, and this is what we do. We're here to help guide and direct. And he had been on one of my webinars, and this was a guy who had recently been laid off from the Peace Corps,
Oh
with
gosh.
all the budget cuts and everything. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what a wonderful career, what a wonderful opportunity that was. And unfortunately, it was cut short. He got pulled
Mm.
back. He ended up doing some admin stuff. But now, because of his experiences and the people that he met and the geography and the world experiences that he had, he's thinking about getting into travel. And he just was like, is this realistic for me? And I said, absolutely. He was young, probably like maybe early 30s, which we love young people coming into the industry who recognize
Yes.
what a great opportunity this is. They want to make money fast, and maybe this isn't the fastest way to do it, but I'm going to tell, and I told him, it may not be the fastest way to make money, but I'm telling you, if you do it right, you can have a very successful, sustainable career,
Mm-hmm.
and one that you will love. You become part of the family, you get to travel, you will have experiences that you would never have in other jobs out there. And I try and really communicate that to these people who are new, that how fun and unbelievable this position is. I've been doing it for 35 years, and it's still to this day, I wake up every morning and I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do, and I love the people that I work with in the industry and going to events and meeting people. And that, to me, the relationships and the engagement and all the networking, that's such a big part of what we do
Mm-hmm.
as well. You get
Yeah,
out of it what you put into it, Christina,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. I think that, that's something I've noticed. Like the travel industry has some of the most passionate people, and it's so like invigorating to be around people who are all just so excited about what they do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I encourage everybody on this call. We were just talking about it, Christina and I. This is a busy time of the year for all of us because
Mm.
there's just a lot of shows out there, and it's like, oh, I can we hook up in Vegas, or will I see you, in Phoenix, or will I see you at this event or that cruise world, whatever it is, because those are the big events where people get together and you
Mm.
really you get to exchange ideas, and they have the breakout sessions, and you get to learn so much. And as I tell people, there are new opportunities around every corner in this job. You're going to meet somebody and you're going to have a conversation. It's going to open up new doors for you. And I have found that throughout my career, that just putting yourself out there, networking, having conversations, opportunities come up and new ideas present themselves. So get out there, invest in yourself, make sure that you're earning certifications, that you're letting people know that you're a travel professional, that you've taken these certification courses. Make sure that you're taking advantage of the tools that we hand you, so it can help you with your branding and marketing, when you're talking to your clients and your peer there.
Perfect. So absolutely helpful. I know that there's at least a few things that I could definitely use that I'm seeing on here. And it looks like nobody had any questions or had anything in chat. So I'm going to say
Yeah.
we can go ahead and wrap up just a couple minutes early. Just as a reminder to everybody, this is recorded. So give me maybe a few days just to edit it a little bit, and then I will get the link for the recording out to everybody. But again, like Patty said, if you have questions, you can reach out to her team, or you can reach out to us at AgentPort, and we'll try to make sure we get you connected and get you the answers you need. Thank you so much,
Yes,
everybody, and
thank you.
thank you, Patty.
Thanks, Christina. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you. Bye-bye.